Word for a person who learned something in the past, but is now back down to beginner level. What do you call a person who learned something a long time ago and now is at the same level in that skill as a beginner would be? Guy isn't a novice. He isn't a veteran either. He was proficient in the skill long time back and can quickly, faster than a beginner for sure, get to the same proficiency level again, given sufficient resources. Update. I'm looking for a formal word. Rusty suggested by Dan is perfect. So is old hand. Is there a word that can use to describe the above person in a professional context?
This person can be called an erstwhile expert, which suggests that the person used to be proficient, but is currently not anymore. Erstwhile, former, of times past, dictionary.com.
In England, we would simply say he was out of practice. This meets your requirements perfectly. It expresses that the person is not currently proficient, but that they used to be, and that their current lack of aptitude is simply a result of having not practiced, rather than through any shortcomings that they might have. It is therefore very polite. Out of practice, not currently proficient in a particular activity or skill through not having exercised or performed it for some time. He was out of practice at interrogation synonyms, rusty, unpracticed. Source, Oxford Dictionaries, access March 16, 2016.
The op has asked me to post my comment as an answer. If the future employee had several years of experience in the trade, he is still experienced. If several years have passed since he was last employed, then I'd say formerly skilled, previously trained, semi-skilled, or in need of retraining. If you remain in software engineer until retirement, then you need to be prepared to constantly learn new tools and techniques in order to remain relevant. Generally speaking, you will need to be able to fully retrain yourself roughly every 4 to 6 years, while still working full-time. The only way to do that without burning out is to love what you do. Source, Quora.
One word often used is lapsed. This is particularly used for professions where certification is required to practice and a regular test or experience is required to retain the certificate. A lapsed individual has the experience but must resit the examination to practice. The word is also used in a religious context for people who no longer follow a particular church.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.